Hello everyone, this is part 3 of my semi-unboxing and review video for these wood trick puzzles. And this one will also have the conclusion in it. This one is the Ferris wheel. Quick little historic fact here. The Ferris wheel was actually built by a guy named Ferris, and it was originally constructed for the World's Fair. Nothing really flashy back then, though it was covered with Edison bulbs. And the entire thing was basically the attractant of the entire World's Fair, because it was a brand new invention. Now, it was actually unceremoniously destroyed by, I think it was 20 tons of TNT. I may have my facts crossed there, but I know they used explosives in order to do it. Which completely baffles me. Why not just take the whole thing apart? I mean, I'm not suggesting they rebuild it someplace else, but they could at least recycle the steel. Anyway, this puzzle is not as beautifully decorated as the clock was, but I think it's perfection in simplicity. Well, simplicity is loosely used here, of course. I mean, just look at those gears. From the front, we can see the simplistically designed Ferris wheel. Not much to say about it. Design-wise, what you see is pretty much what you get. The base is designed to look like a real wooden platform, with the structure, if you can imagine gray everywhere, looking like riveted and welded steel. Again, pictures on my DeviantArt page. Which I really wish this camera would focus. Or rather, I knew how to operate it properly so I could make it focus. The wood trick logo is carved into the base, but no website this time. The sides aren't much to look at either. Mainly just a side glance of the wheel and mechanism. You can't make out much. But you can see the cross support designs carved into the sides of the base. That's a nice touch. Makes you wonder why they didn't include steps. That's there. Maybe it's because the cars are just too small for a Lego minifigure. One moment. Sorry. This is Emmett from the Lego Movie, hashtag not sponsored. And as you can see down here, he's not gonna fit in here sitting up. He might laying down, but, well, for a Ferris wheel to hammock. Yeah, these aren't much of seats for Lego people. Maybe beds. Though I personally wouldn't recommend it. I think the head would get too close to the wood here. Let's see. Yep. I caught the wood like it was gonna jam. But no, as you can see, it catches poor Emmett on the side of the head and keeps the thing pushed out. So yeah, it's a bit of a tight squeeze in there. I would not recommend putting your Lego minifigures in this thing if you want them to look like they're having fun. Torture device maybe, but not fun. Come out of there, Emmett. Your ride is over. Gotcha. the back is where the magic happens. Well, part of it. All these gears form a partial 2 shape. But I wonder just how many of these gears are necessary. Okay, a quick wind up. Let's lock it in place. A quick wind up. Well, sort of quick. And release the brake. I will not be talking through this part because it's a little loud. And you can see that either the gears from the bottom right to left to upper right, all spin in progressively slower speeds. But apart from the top, middle, and lower right, I wonder if we even need the others. Are they there for looks or to build friction for a slower Ferris wheel? I have no idea how this thing was designed. If you notice the middle gear, it has a locking gear that can spin freely in a counterclockwise direction due to clever yet simple construction, which I suspect is similar to how simple bike brakes work. To how a simple bike brakes work. You know, where you have to pedal backwards to slow to a stop. As you twist the top gear clockwise, the lower right gear prevents the system from spinning aside from the middle gear. The lower right gear, prevents the system from moving because it's locked into place here. This very simple lever here fits into each one of these holes. The tension of the top gear wants to travel through the system. The tension of the top gear here wants to travel through the system, but is halted by the middle gear, only wanting to spin freely in one direction. And the lower right gear, here, having the lever brake. This piece I showed you a moment ago. Release the brake, and the tension on the top gear is allowed to spin the system to life, spinning the wheel at approximately 3 RPM. The tension I'm referring to is that black cord in there. Again, pictures on my DVR page. And that cord is connected. So that cord travels down here. Which brings us to the other part of this system at the bottom. Or rather, under the bottom. One moment. Sorry, needed both hands for that. The cord you saw on the back is attached to the 3 rubber bands you see. Whoops. One moment again. It doesn't fully unwind. You need to encourage it some. One more bit of a turn. Alright, that's close enough. In fact, it not only spins at 3 RPM, you actually need to make it go 3 full rotations, revolutions, before the rubber band is somewhat fully rested. There is no tension on it now. It's just basically being held up. Sorry. There's no tension on it at the moment. It's just basically being held up. My camera skills need some work. Now, the 3 spools here, and here, spin freely as the string and bands pass over them. The spool that directs the string upward, this one, is required a lot of sanding to spin freely, but it is in a tight spot there. You may have to play around with it some. Had used my multi-tool a lot on this one. There were a lot of places that needed to be pressed together by toothpicks. Mainly the Ferris wheel cars here. If you look at it, you can see a lot of layers. And a lot of thin wood, so I was kind of nervous about really handling it. Also, one of the axles for the gears was about 1/8 of an inch too long. I forget which one it was. I want to say that one. No, I remember which one it was. It was this lock gear here. I remember because I was having issues with not sure if you can see it. Excuse me. Excuse me again. My stomach is very talkative today. Yeah, you can just see it in there. That little sort of whitish section of the gear there. Yeah, I was having some trouble with that because of the way the gears were put in place. So you can see here. Yeah, the pole's current length made that difficult to place together, so I had to trim it up a little bit. But also, these bracing pieces here were too much for my fingers, so I had to use this small clamp and to squeeze them together. The hardest part was putting the gears in the bottom. The frame is already in. Excuse me again. The frame is already in, so you have to play with them a lot to squeeze them into place. Yes, lots of wiggling. Also, one of the Oh, sorry, I skipped a line there. Yeah, one of the axles for the gears was about an 1/8 inch too long, as I've already mentioned. Fortunately, that was the one up here, so it was a little less frustration. And no, the extra length on the axle was not an error on my part. Other than the wishing that the gears could be somehow covered up, and simultaneously glad they aren't. I like the look of the gears myself. I don't have any big critiques on about this one, and I can confidently say I plan on getting sets from Woodtrick in the future. I'm thinking either the carousel or truck. Possibly the forklift one, but actually you can't see it on this one. That's odd. Well, there's a carousel on the website, along with quite a few other goodies. Well, heck, looking at it now, I might actually get the crane. Who knows? There are lots of goodies. I mentioned once before that I was running out of room. Well, I'm about to come into some more room soon, so I'll be able to move some stuff around and clear some stuff out. Finally, expect an official face reveal in the hopefully near future in the channel update video. Yeah. God bless, and see you later. Bye. Oh, one last thing while I'm still thinking about it. Spare parts. The clock came with this set of spare parts. A complete side, and these extra breakable accessories. Seems rather odd though having a complete side in this. But then again, it is extremely flexible and therefore I suppose easy to break. This, however, is the set that came with the Ferris wheel, and it is a separate piece altogether. Like, this one actually comes with one of the sides. I don't know why they didn't simply slip a piece like this underneath the stuffing. So now, hope you have a great New Year's Eve, great start to the new year, and I will see you hopefully sometime next year. As I said before, God bless, and see you all later. This is Justin Kerwin signing out. Bye.